Indeed, this is not an event. Since I think January, the market has been stuffed with bread. As you are aware, most households depend on bread, especially for children who will be going to school in the mornings. And the situation on the ground in most retail markets, we have not been seeing bread, but during the last half of this month, we had seen a little bit of an improvement in terms of availability of bread. But however, I did pick up this morning from the newspapers that indeed there is a shortage in terms of flour, but we do hope that the Reserve Bank with the new coming of the new exchange flotation of the foreign currency, the bakers themselves might be in a position to go and source for themselves the much needed foreign currency in order to import the wheat. So this might be maybe a short spell, since there will no longer be any need for them to go in the black market to look for the much needed foreign currency. But I do urge consumers to also be consumptive sensitive. You have substitutes for bread. We are in the rainy season. We have Bvumbe, we have sweet potato, and we have other various porridge. For instance, I eat porridge every morning now. I think there's need for us now to change the patterns in terms of the way we eat.
The displaying of prices.
Yes, the displaying in prices, we are concerned in terms, because if you look at the price movements before the introduction of the monetary policy, most of the retailers had taken into effect the black market rates that were there. So we are hoping and trusting that the retailers and the suppliers of goods and services will take note of the increases that they had already made before the introduction of the monetary policy. Because as we stand now, the consumer basket is almost at 800. And in terms of value for money, that's quite high. I think the inflation rate is now stands at 56%. We are already in a hyperinflationary situation, and we are hoping that everybody will be responsible. Everyone must be responsible.
Then have you made any inroads talking to companies in terms of displaying prices even during the hyperinflation period?
As you are aware, prices were being displayed in three trial pricing systems. Some were giving discounts in terms of the US dollar, which was at parity on 1-to-1. But given that there are indications now that the rate is no longer 1-to-1. But let me just say that there is a misnomer in terms of the rate of exchange. As you are aware, South African, the rand is at, to the US dollar, 1 US to 14 rands, right? We are talking of the Zimbabwean situation where the RTGS transfer stands at 4 and 3, right? If you make a comparison of the two economies, South Africa has got a better economy than Zimbabwe, but the strength of the RTGS and bond note is much stronger than the rand. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So the market there, we are waiting to see how the market reacts next week. I don't see the rate remaining at 3 and 4. I don't see that.
So you're expecting it to weaken, sir?
I think 20. The guess is as well as yours. But I don't see us having a non-functioning economy, which is not better than South Africa, having a much stronger currency than the South African market. It doesn't make economic sense. It doesn't make economic sense.